give him a breather and talk things over.
Make some noise for your Chicago.
So for the Pistons, Hardaway's checked in for Ivy, and it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And so here is Chicago. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. You know, Stan, for a team with such a proud history, the last decade has been a tough one for the Bulls.
Yeah, Brian, it really has. They've had competitive teams, but they haven't won a full playoff series since 2014. And for such a dedicated and passionate fan base, that's been really difficult for them, let alone the front office and people that want to turn this thing around as quickly as they can.
Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players, Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shots.
Basket's good. So it's Detroit now. Thompson outside. Jones against Schroeder. Harris, a screen on Jones. Schroeder passes to Harris. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. The Bulls have gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. And the shot goes in. And now a 3-point Bulls lead.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable. But now he's pouring it on.
Schroeder against Jones. Fires from deep. And Schroeder with the three. Schroeder's got 11.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
A nice shot by Smith.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Schroeder against Jones. Pass to Hardaway. Takes the three. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Buzelis. Now Jones hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Duren. Shoots over to Sumu. And Duren with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Smith with a screen on Harris. Here's Buzelis. Oh, it makes it with a kiss. He's got 9. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Oh, man, I hate this. And we see it all too often. Injury is such a big part of this game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Cade Cunningham's checked in for Duren. The Pistons trailing. Three-pointer, Stewart. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Over to the wing. Here's Buzelis. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet you still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Fontecchio's checked in for Detroit. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Jones against Schroeder. It's Beasley on the wing. And he lobs it up top, and he jams it home with authority.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's White, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, White with the tight handle to create space.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Pistons. 2-point game. Stan, when Tre Jones is on the floor, you can just see how easily the offense flows.
Well, Brian, he's the kind of point guard that teammates love to play with because his only thought out there is setting up other guys. He's not going to light you up with his own scoring, but he is a great facilitator.
Old school, traditional point guard makes everybody better.
You don't see many of those anymore.
Schroeder against Jones. Pass to Beasley. Three-pointer. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 6 rebounds in the game. Jones drives in. Baseline try. White, the pass to Jones. Back to White. Four on the clock. Rebounded by the Pistons. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. That one's good for 2. Holland's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. That'll put Coby White on the line. It's on Malik Beasley. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, what's great about Coby White is his commitment to raising his game. You look at him season to season, and he's always trying to do more.
Williams with the screen. Here's White. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Pistons on top, leading by 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is critical.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the 4th quarter could have more action in store for us. We got Zach Collins. Tre Jones is out there with Coby White. Then there's Taylor Horton-Tucker. And it's Williams in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Collins a screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Picked by Stewart. Hardaway from outside. Williams grabs the board. Chicago trailing here. Outside White. Outside Williams. The rebound by Detroit. How about an update on Jalen Duren? Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The head athletic trainer for the Pistons provided some information. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. It sounds like we won't be seeing him back on the floor anytime soon. This is a tough loss.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
White drives in. Pass to Williams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the Bulls making a change here. Desumu's checked in. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And Detroit making a change here. Fontecchio's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons, number 19, Simone Fontecchio.
The kick out to Williams. Collins a screen. Williams into the lane. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Detroit, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Schroeder. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First one falls for him. Josh Giddey's checked in for Jones. Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. And both free throws good for Schroeder.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Giddey finds Williams. Uses the glass on the layup.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Appreciate the report, Allie. No, stop it in there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a three-point play. Now it's on Zach Collins for Chicago. Vucevic comes in for Collins, and Herter's subbed in for Horton Tucker. Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. Picked by Vucevic. And it's Giddey off the drive. Dosunmu for 3. Here's Vucevic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Yeah, still one of the league's best rebounders. Vucevic extending the possession.
Here's Schroeder. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
And the shot goes. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Pass to Cunningham. Shoots from 12, and it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Giddey. Now Dosunmu puts up a 3. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got his 9th assist of the game now.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Pass to Beasley. The 3. Fires in the triple.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Williams misses.
Well, this is certainly not the game he was hoping for offensively, but they've been able to find points as a team even without his contributions.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drive.
Bruce Ellis is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Dosunmu.
Please welcome to the court, incredible. Fans now on the court.
Chicago's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And that one drops. Giddey's got 4 this quarter.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Thompson, a screen on Giddey. Giddy against Cunningham. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Cunningham's got 24 points. Pass to Giddy. Vucevic, a screen on Cunningham. Here's Giddy, and there's the drive. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got his 6th rebound on the night. Harris finds Thompson. Back to Harris. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And another shot, and it's good on the layup.
What a play by Harris. When he's called upon by his squad, he rises to the occasion.
White, the pass to Herter. Herter, a screen. Oh, he packed it down.
That is incredible.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Ivy. It's hauled in by Herter.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Vucevic, a screen on Stewart. Back to White. Takes it inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
Well, great job by White to get the defense on their heels and forcing them to react.
White hits them both.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Here's Cunningham. Connects on the foul line jumper. Cunningham's got 9 points in the quarter.
Big time points from Cunningham. Good to see him stepping up in these moments.
Giddy passes to Vucevic. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Those are some veteran instincts there by Vooch, knowing the situation and giving his team needed points.
Pass to Cunningham. Doesn't go that time. Giddy with a defensive effort. And Giddy's got the ball here for the Bulls. They lead by 1. Ivy against White. Here's Stewart. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, this is where Stewart should look to score. He can be very effective down low.
Here's White. Ooh, Thompson with the block. They recover it. Ties again. Here's Buzelis. Just 5 on the clock. He takes it in, and he takes that one up and powers it through. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Cunningham with the ball, and it's Giddy picking him up. Lets a floater go, and he's going to the line for 2. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
Cade Cunningham taking 2 shots.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt.
The previous play is under the
Does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass, a monster.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
There's 49 seconds left in the final quarter. Giddy against Cunningham. Over Giddy. Yes! And that one brings them within 1.
Cunningham's teammates and coaches trusting him in a big spot.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. And stolen by Cunningham. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. It falls!
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on the situation.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.